me. Who are you?
I'll be your supervisor here.
My supervisor? I'm sorry. I don't have a supervisor. I'm the CEO. Now, who are you and how did you get me here?
Well, as I started to say, I'll be your supervisor here for the next few millennia while you're in heaven.
Heaven? Is this some sort of joke? Listen, I'm going to find out who your supervisor is and have you fired.
It's no joke. According to my records here, your last few moments on Earth were spent watching a tornado.
Oh, that's right. The tornado. It came out of nowhere. I didn't even have time to make it to the elevator. But if I didn't have time, that means I'm dead.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. I'm here on behalf of Jesus. Ordinarily, he'd be here himself to greet you, but 2,000 people died in that tornado, and he's a bit behind schedule. So I'm here to apologize and to show you to your accommodations. So if you'll come right this way.
Now, just wait a minute.
Is there a problem?
Yes, I think you need to recheck your records. There's been a mistake.
A mistake? That's impossible. This is heaven. We don't make mistakes. In fact, everything here in heaven is controlled by God himself.
Oh, well, maybe you have misunderstood your instructions.
No. Actually, here it says I'm assigned to be your supervisor for the next 3,000 years.
3,000 years?
Oh, it'll go by quickly. You'll see. Now just follow me right this way.
No, just wait a minute.
Is there something else?
No, there's something the same. I am the CEO. I have been a CEO for years. I take orders from no one, ever, let alone a supervisor for 3,000 years.
And yet, that is exactly what Jesus says to me.
This could it be a mistake?
No.
An oversight.
No.
Perhaps Jesus has me mistaken for somebody else.
No.
Well, if Jesus doesn't have me slated for management, what does he have me slated for?
You've got to be kidding. Actually, Jesus has a fantastic sense of humor. But he's not joking about this.
You've got to be kidding.
Jesus isn't kidding about this.
CEOs don't mop floors.
I don't know how to tell you this, but you died. You're no longer a CEO. As the Bible says, you can bring nothing into this world, and you take nothing out of this world. And that, my dear, includes your job status.
Well, certainly I would be more useful to Jesus as a supervisor or manager than as a janitor.
Actually, according to Jesus, you would be absolutely worthless as a supervisor or manager here in heaven.
How can you say that?
Well, Jesus supervised and managed through sacrifice and service, and he expects all the supervisors and managers to do the same.
I can do that.
How would we know that?
What do you mean, how would you know that?
Have you ever washed the feet of your employees?
No, I should...
Have you ever been whipped for your employees? Have you ever been hung on a cross?
Okay. I get where you're going with this. Jesus sacrificed and suffered a lot for his people.
Yes, he did. And you had the opportunity to suffer and sacrifice while you were on earth.
I did?
Yes, and had you taken advantage of that opportunity, you would have been much more purposeful to Jesus here in heaven.
But when did I have the opportunity to sacrifice and suffer on earth?
Well, you were given lots of ministry opportunities in the church, but...
Well, how would doing a church ministry help me now?
Well, for one thing, you would have worked without pay.
Oh, that.
And if you were performing your ministry well, you also would have done it without recognition or thanks.
Oh,
And you know, come to think of it, if you were particularly lucky in your ministry, people would have heaped abuse on you.
if you're lucky?
Well, yes. Jesus says that if you're persecuted or abused for doing his work while on earth, you'll be blessed.
So this is what he meant.
But since you didn't learn sacrifice or humility while on earth, we'll teach that to you while you're here in heaven.
For 3,000 years.
Oh, it'll go by the blink of an eye. As the Bible says, to God, 1,000 years is but a day. Now, if you'll come right this way with me.